India is often called one of the world's fastest digitizing nations. From UPI payments to online education, our lives are increasingly dependent on digital tools. In this context, it is pertinent to ask how digitally skilled are Indians? Can most of us send an email with an attachment? Do people know how to create a presentation or a simple document? And if faced with an online fraud, how many can actually report a cybercrime? But before we dive deep into these questions, let's take a quick detour. If you are also a data nerd like us and are interested in seeking reliable data-driven insights, do check out Dataful. Trusted by over 26,000 registered users, it offers more than 17,000 clean, structured and ready-to-use datasets across 50+ sectors, exclusively sourced from government and multilateral agencies. To know more, click the link in the description. Now back to the story. In our previous video, we spoke about digital connectivity in India based on the Comprehensive Modular Survey, Telecom 2025, conducted by the National Statistics Office. As a continuation, in this story based on the same survey, we'll explore the state of digital literacy and ICT skills across the country. The survey looked at the ability of Indians to perform a few basic digital tasks, all based on self-reported responses. No tests were conducted. People were simply asked if they had done these activities in the last 3 months. So what do the results tell us? A majority of Indians, close to 2 out of 3, said they can send a message with a file attached. Rural men were slightly above the national average. Rural women were much lower, while in urban areas, men had the highest confidence and women were not far behind. The picture is almost same for copy and paste. Around 6 out of 10 Indians said they can do it. Rural men and urban men reported higher skills, rural women were significantly lower, and urban women stood somewhere in between. Things change when we look at presentation making. Only about 1 in 4 Indians said they can create a presentation. Urban men had the highest share, rural women the lowest, with rural men and urban women in the middle. When it comes to electronic documents, the number falls even further. Just about 1 in 10 Indians said they can do it. Urban men were well ahead, followed by urban women. Rural men were much lower, while rural women were at the very bottom. Reporting a cybercrime online is also rare. Fewer than 2 out of 10 Indians said they could do it. Urban men reported the highest ability, while rural women were the least likely. For emails, about 4 out of 10 Indians said they could send or receive one. Urban men again topped the list, followed by urban women. Rural men were just around the national average and rural women lagged far behind. Finally, online banking. Roughly half of Indians said they can perform an online banking transaction. Urban men were far ahead, rural women were at the bottom, while urban women and rural men were in between. Among those who do online banking, more than 80% rely on UPI. Very few use net banking alone, while about 1 in 5 said they use both UPI and other banking methods. In other words, UPI payments are so popular among online banking users that online banking itself has almost become synonymous with UPI. Now, what does all of this tell us? Basic ICT skills like sending attachments or using copy-paste are fairly common in India. But advanced digital literacy like making documents, presentations or reporting cybercrimes is still very low. Almost half of Indians said they can send or receive emails, and a similar share said they can perform online banking transactions. And across the board, there are clear gaps between rural and urban areas and between men and women. We can see a consistent pattern of huge gaps between urban men and rural women. So here are some questions for you to think about. Which of these ICT skills should be made universal in India? Should schools and colleges focus more on advanced computer training? And do you think UPI has become the king of online banking transactions in India? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear your perspective. Research for this story is powered by Dataful and Tago.ai. To know more, click on the related links in the description.